as a match that 5, 6-year-old me wanted desperately from the invasion, as we never got it, and it would have been, at that time, Dallas was kind of out of his prime, obviously, but if you could have took 98 Dallas, and I would probably take 99, 2000, 2001 Rock in any type of feud, any type of program, it'd be money. Absolutely money. And, obviously WCW, WF, the height of the Monday Night Wars. Even, it was kind of weird because, like, Rock's kind of prime came at a different time than Dallas's, so they just kind of missed each other, as far as from that perspective. But, match I've always wanted to see, and we're going to see it here in Fire Pro. Which, Dallas, really his... With him, I don't know as far as people that did not grow up during that period, how they view him, as far as like someone that might have started watching wrestling either this previous decade, the 2010s, or even like the late 2000s, how they would probably view him. But man, he was like just one of the most over guys in the wrestling business for sure at that time. You threw up a diamond cutter to just anywhere. Like, it was just everybody that was in the wrestling bubble immediately was like one of their favorites. I didn't know anybody that was not a fan of his. And I think his like a lot of his promos and stuff were very much like his version of promos, as far as like he had his shtick and he would kind of stick to his lines. But like babyface Page, pretty awesome. Even heel Page was great, like in '99 and even 2000. But definitely once his age really caught up to him, he definitely was not the same DDP was. Plus, honestly though, his whole character was kind of doomed to fail to begin with in WWF, with him being the stalker. That's a great though. That's a very much Rock-esque flying clothesline. Because, I honestly think probably history will probably look back at Page as just a guy who had the most over finish at that time period, and that was kind of it. But he was pretty great psychology-wise, I always felt like, even though obviously he scripted like every spot beforehand, which is, I know as a fan, I don't really care if you script it, you call it in the ring, or you have your kind of bullet points you want to think about as far as going into a match. That doesn't bother me. I know a lot of, obviously, wrestlers kind of view that in a different way. But, it's Rock, DDT. I always thought they could have had, like, a great match, though. And you had, like, People's Champ, even though different time periods, as far as Rock and Babyface Rock and Babyface Page. I would probably, if I had to see this match and kind of think of the best ingredients for this matchup, probably face Page, heel Rock. I just feel like it makes the most sense, kind of like Hollywood Rock and kind of the everyday man, People's Champ. Page just kind of makes sense. Writes itself type of story, Page just gets a 1 count. I was Rock, though. Rock bottom. Holy shit. Like I was out of nowhere. This might be it. Oh my god. It's almost over in 2 minutes. Page is really going to step it up now. I mean, one more. Yeah, that's probably it. There's a side headlock. Oh, look at it. Man, that's... Rock, one of the best working punches. Very much a la kind of Scott Hall. I know he said to Scott that, he very much patterned, his punch after his, and you could definitely see it. It's kind of a lost art, I would say, a working punch. It's kind of one thing. If I had to kind of view kind of how wrestling is now in 2022. Probably the emphasis on a working punch is definitely lost, but I don't think the audience really cares at this point. So, if they don't care, then guess why even emphasize it? But I would like it as Rock. Listening to his millions and millions of... Oh, it goes for the rock bottom. That's probably it. Well, that was very short-lived. At least we got to talk about Paige, even though he is going to lose here. Oh, no. He kicks out. Oh, was he drag? I thought it was going to be a diamond cut here. You got to wait on the edge of your seat. DDP matchup. Neck breaker. Very Rick Rude-esque. DDP, DDT, though. As a jawbreaker. Oh, I thought it was going to be the spine buster, but the Samoan drop either way. That was our third rock bottom. That's got to be it, though. Somehow not in the ropes. Rock gets the win. Very much full speed ahead for the Rock there. I mean, 3 rock bottoms. Almost had a rock bottom every minute. That was a bit intense. I mean, I don't think that's going to be rated very highly. Would have loved to see that a little bit more back and forth. That's a bit disappointing.